Hey guys, what's up, people? I'm welcome to Reimagining the Magic, my brand new series in which I'm going to basically pick a subject about the Disney parks. I'm going to give you my top 5 things to do in that certain category. So, for example, for this episode, we're going to be going over things you can do after the Magic Kingdom closes. So, like, the Magic Kingdom closes at midnight, and we're looking at 12:01 onwards until you finally get kicked out of the park or you decide to leave. What are you going to do during that time? Because a lot of people, they just get up, walk away. I'm going to tell you guys things that you can do during that time frame before you leave, but after the park closes, and they're not going to be tips necessarily that everyone knows about, so it's not going to be like, oh, shop in the Emporium, because that's something that a lot of people know about, and that's just something that's kind of obvious, even if you're not like a super huge Disney nerd. So these are going to be little things, little quirks, things that you've probably not even heard other people say. A few of them will be that, in which I'm just going to tell you guys some of the weird things that I do. And so to start off my list with number 5, it's going to be a meal at Casey's Corner. Now this is going to be something that you're going to have to start before the park closes, because usually Casey's Corner closes right with the park closing. So like this, you're going to show up at like 11:55 to Casey's Corner, you're going to sit down, you're going to get your meal, and you're going to sit there right in front of the castle, like in one of those seats where you can see the castle perfectly as everyone starts to walk out, because around 11:55, 12ish, people are already off attractions, they're all running down Main Street to leave, going in their cars or whatever. But you're not going to do that. You're going to have a late snack around 7 o'clock just to hold you over instead of having dinner. Instead, you're going to have dinner right at midnight, if you can stay up that late it is, because that is the most magical thing possible. Personally, when I go, I get little corn dog nuggets, I get myself a drink, I get some fries, sometimes with my family, sometimes not, but either way, I just sit there, I just watch the people come out. There aren't that many people in the park, guys, actually, so you pretty much don't have to look at people, you can just look around, and the music is just really relaxing, really calming. You don't have any sense of pressure to get out of the park, because the park just closed, so people are still in the Emporium, things are still going on, so you don't feel like you're just sitting there and the only one there, but you do have that sense where there aren't that many people, so you can just sort of look around, see the castle, it just looks beautiful, and it's a perfect way to end off a very hustle and bustle day, and just to sit down and just sort of relax in just this atmosphere that's created inside of Main Street. It's really, really fun, and I'd really suggest you guys do it. And for number 4, we're also going to be going down things to eat, but this time not in Casey's Corner, but right across from it, we're going to go over to the ice cream parlor, and we're just going to get an ice cream, again at like 11:55, get a snack a little earlier, just hold you over, or even have dinner actually, because honestly the ice cream's more of a snack, it's not really a meal, so just get your ice cream, and just, once again, like you can walk around, you can sit down, because ice cream, you can move around a little bit, but just look around once again. The park's absolutely beautiful at night. First of all, just Magic Kingdom in general, just at night, all the Disney parks just will blow you away. Just, I don't know why. It's like during the day, the parks are nice, but at night, with everything going off, it just feels so much more alive, and you just feel so much more connected to the parks, and it's truly when the Disney magic comes out. And I'd really suggest that's the time that you guys really focus on staying. And also, the castle's lit up. Once again, it's just perfect. Trust me, guys, you'll not regret this. And also the ice cream at the parlor, although it's a bit expensive, it's definitely worth it, just because they give you huge scoops, and it's just so much fun and so nice. So on to number 3, which is not going to include food, so don't worry, guys. If you're not into eating, this would be the perfect time to take a picture in front of the castle, but don't just go to the front of the castle and just sit there and just, oh, selfie, take a picture. You want to go to one of the cast members on Main Street. They're usually wearing the full white getup, so they're really easy to spot in like the middle of the street, and usually by that time, the cast members may be a little tired, but when they're tired, that's actually the best time to do it, because they usually get really energetic. That's when I've seen them really enjoy their job. Heck, all the cast members, when it gets late, seem to really start having fun. I don't know if they're just excited because like, oh, we get to leave soon. I don't really know the reason, guys, but that doesn't really matter, because the main point is, when you're there with them, they just like to have a lot of fun with the photo shoot, it seems. They just get really into it. They'll be like, oh, more pictures, like they'll just give you a bunch of pictures, and you can ask them to use your phone if you don't want them to have to pay for the pictures, and you can just get a really fun experience. I've done it before, and it was really fun just to see how into it some of the cast members get. Some of them, of course, won't get really into it, but if you get one of them that's having a really good night, it can be a really fun, memorable experience for you and your entire family. Now, for my second thing on my list, guys, we're down to number 2 already. It's going to be staying until everyone's cleared out while standing on top of the station. Now, this seems super specific, and I know it is, but what you want to do, you want to stay for as long as possible, and then as you're about to leave, hopefully the crowds, there won't be many people there, at least when I stay until like 1 a.m., basically until they kick me out. So there's like no one else on Main Street, and I just stand up there on top of the station. You can just look down onto Main Street, look out, you see the castle. That is just the best view of the entire park, and you can just really look around and you feel like you own the park then. That's the closest you can ever feel to being with Walt, and it's just amazing, and it's just so great, and you really feel like you and Disney Park have connected, and you can just feel all the love and attention that's been put into it. You can really just appreciate it because there aren't any guests around, and they don't, I don't know, it just doesn't conflict with your experience at all, and it just feels so Disney. Now guys, before I tell you what my number 1 pick is, I'm going to throw out an honorable mention. This was going to be a number 1. I even have it written down on my list. Then while I was talking, I thought of something that would be an even better number 1, something that I do even more than this. So it's going to be my honorable mention instead. I think it's a great honorable mention because it's something that everyone knows about. It's the Goodnight Kiss. You guys don't know what it is. Basically 30 minutes after the park closes, over announcements, they basically the Goodnight Kiss, which is basically just thanking you for coming to the park, and it's just a great way to end your stay. But that's something a lot of people know about. I'm not going to spoil what they actually say in the recording. That's for you to find out when you go. So that's my honorable mention. But my number 1, guys, and this is going to sound really dorky, and it's something that if only you're really a part of the park and you really feel like you're invested with it and you're a true Disney dork, will you appreciate. But what I do whenever I am about to leave the park, I walk to the hub and I look at the partner statue and I just say, I just look at Walt and Mickey. Sometimes I'll say something, sometimes I won't. But you just look at it and you just appreciate it, and usually I'll just say thank you or something like I'm thanking Walt for being there. I know it sounds dorky, guys, but honestly, it's just amazing that he was able to create this, or more accurately, his brother did, and I'm going to get onto that in my second part, because this is a 2-part thing. So first you go there, you thank Walt for creating it, then you walk down Main Street, and then right in the very center of Town Square, you'll see a statue of Roy with Minnie Mouse, and there's a lot of history behind that. You guys can look into that if you want to, but basically, Roy's sitting there on a bench with Minnie, and usually, I just like to look at him, and I just say, you done good, Roy, or just something along those lines. Just, I like to thank both of the brothers, because they truly came together and brought just such an amazing experience, and honestly, I know it sounds dorky, and I know it sounds weird, but honestly, I really appreciate the parks, and after spending a long day in the parks, you guys too should thank the 2 people that were truly the inspiration behind the park and truly the driving force in order to bring Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and the entire Disney company to what it's become, and they were really the reason you were able to have such a great day, so why not thank them? So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you like this new series that I'm going to be trying out. This is my first time actually doing this sort of thing, so give me some feedback. You guys think I could do something better, do something like differently? What can I do basically to improve these videos? This is just episode number 1. Hopefully I'll get out more if the response to this is good. And just thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe now more than ever. Just since it's the first episode, get it out there and just tell me what you think about these facts. And if you have anything that you want to throw in that I didn't cover, and things that you do when you're in Disney parks after it closes that just makes your trip even more magical, let me know and maybe I can try it out, because I'm always looking forward and looking for new ways in order to appreciate and look at the parks. So thank you guys so much once again. And I'll see you guys next time in the next Reimagining the Magic. Bye.